webmasters could stick coded links on their sites to make money. And I'm not going to tell you how or why, but I also knew a little bit about the online dating scene. I also knew how to do very bad HTML pages, as a matter of fact. So I decided to give affiliate marketing a try. I actually joined the one and only dating service network, which is now unfortunately defunct. It merged into Match.com, which is part of Ticketmaster. But at the time, it was a viable and growing affiliate program, so I decided that I would write a little bit of a review about what I knew about online dating, and I would stick that on the domain that I had registered, which was, the domain name was really, really stupid. It was sagehearts.com. SAGE-HEARTS.com. And I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, what I was thinking was, smart people are going to go online and look for dates because it's really hard in the real world to find a date, you know, whatever. So, and I was going to convince them to do this, and I was going to make a lot of money as an affiliate marketer selling all these dating service memberships. Well, it worked out that way, but not because of the domain name. That's seriously, when you're, you know, the sage, you know, smart. Well, yeah, I was hoping it didn't quite work out that way. So, anyway, I knew a little bit about web design, but not a whole lot, because that is a really good indicator of what my initial site looked like. It had a very ugly brown, avocado, and turquoise color scheme, and the site was replete with spinning globes and dancing babies. You know, everything that that we had back in 1998, and then new webmasters. You got to do all that flash and stuff. And however, despite its shortcomings, the site's shortcomings, and my own shortcomings, by the end of the first year, I was putting $5,000 a month in my pocket. At the end of the second year, I was earning $10,000 a month and putting that in my pocket. So I decided to quit my job. I had been an air traffic controller for 20 years, and so I gave up a really good income as an air traffic controller, or a reasonable income as an air traffic controller, and a good pension as an air traffic controller to go full-time as an affiliate marketer. By 2002, that site, sagehearts.com, was earning between $30,000 and $50,000 a month, per month, every month, closer to 50, and it's been doing that ever since. That's one site. That's absolutely one site. So you don't need to build 1,000 sites. You don't need to build 50 or 100 sites. You can do this with 1 or 2 niche sites. And by the way, in case I didn't mention, niche is Canadian for niche, eh? Right? So anyway, before I get into telling you how a middle-aged silly servant becomes successful as an affiliate marketer, what I want to do is tell you a little bit about what to watch out for as you're learning about this industry. And how many people here are affiliates? Okay. And how many of you are new affiliates? All right, good. Affiliate managers? Okay, cover your ears, guys. There's a number of pitfalls, and the shocking statistic, apparently, according to the industry, is that 95 to 98% of affiliate marketers are destined to fail, and that the primary causes are due to inaction and lack of education. Well, you guys are sitting here, so you took action to get here, so no problem there, right? And education, there's no shortage of tutorials and education, right? Just being here, you're getting a great education. If somebody doesn't know the answer here, they'll be able to point you in the right direction. So you guys have just eliminated 90% of that chance of failure, right? Right on. Bravo. What was I going to say? About the inaction or the lack of education, what people will do is they'll join an affiliate program, and they'll stick up like a banner ad, right? A whole bunch of banners on a page, and they won't learn anything more about marketing their site, and they'll just, whatever. So, and it's not successful. And of course, the only banner farm site that ever made any money was Alex Chu's $1 Million Homepage, which, I mean, he sold he had 1 million pixels on that homepage. He sold each one of them for $1, but that made him a merchant, not an affiliate, so that's not exactly banner success as an affiliate. The other thing is the free and easy trap that people fall into. And this really, really bugs me because affiliate marketing, there is no business online or off that's really easier than becoming an affiliate marketer. I mean, compare it to starting an offline business, right? You've got to lease space, you've got to rent space, whatever. Somehow you have to acquire inventory, whether you develop that inventory yourself. You've got to hire employees. You've got to pay for those employees. You've got to open and close your store at set times. And it's not a whole lot different for an online merchant because actually they've got to have people doing customer service between certain hours too. So all the attendant hassles of being a merchant, right? You don't have any of that as an affiliate. There's no customer service to worry about in all of this. Excuse me, I think I talk too fast sometimes. So despite the relative simplicity of becoming an affiliate, everybody still wants to make it easier. So first of all, there's make $500 a day without a website. Well, if you buy a package like that, what you're going to learn how to do is become an arbitrage player. And that's somebody who puts ads on Google and sends, using their affiliate link, and you send your traffic directly to your merchants. And I'll tell you what happened to the arbitrage players here in a moment. The other ones are who sign up to get free traffic to their sites. Everybody thinks that everything should be free on the net. If everything should be free, then none of us should be making money, right? So there's other ways you can pay to get traffic to your site, but if you sign up to get free traffic to your site, you're probably going to learn only one form of search engine marketing, and I'll tell you what happened to the search engine marketers in a moment. And lastly, when thousands of people buy into the 379 pre-built AdSense-ready websites fully optimized with over 34,000 pages full of laser-targeted content, displaying over 20,000 ads, what do you get? You get a bunch of web garbage, right? And the problem is, most of these AdSense affiliates never make a dime. They just don't make any money. Okay, now a few of them will, and a few have made extraordinary amounts of money. But the problem with that is that it never lasts. You might make some money for a month, you might make some money for 2 months, you might make some money for 3 months or whatever. But unless you become a search engine optimization specialist, which requires a lot of techno-geeky stuff, and I don't know if everybody's into that or not, but I certainly am not, it's going to last for a short period of time. And so what happens when it doesn't last is these people are what I call bends to beater affiliates. They earn sizable amounts of money, right, for a short period of time and then experience sudden earnings collapse. Now, and of course I'm going to point out that none of these guys were students of my affiliate marketing methods when this happened to them, right? I'm going to read some comments that I've read on posts and people that I've talked to who have gone through this. And this comment was made on Matt Cutt's blog, and if you don't know who Matt Cutts is, he's a software engineer in the quality group at Google, and he works on web spam and webmaster issues. And this is the comment that was on his blog. Hi Matt, I'm dying out here. We would receive 800 to 900 hits per day on Google. Now our business is dead with fewer than 50 or so hits from Google per day. I don't think my business can survive with what's happened now. Please help. Well, okay, I'll tell you what Matt would have told him, but anyway. And here's another post, and this was on a Best Webs forum. What's with Google these days? One of my best affiliate sites turned into nothing within a matter of a couple of days. And if you take a look around the affiliate marketing forums, you're going to find scores of comments just like that, right? Because of people who bought into the free and easy trap. So And, well, actually, a number of affiliates also phoned me, right? These the Benz to Beater types phoned me. And one woman called me, and she was in tears, actually, when she phoned me, and she was lamenting that her $40K per month income had dropped to $800 a month. And she was desperate to find new ways to actually, what she wanted to do was basically have the same techniques that she'd been using all along start working again, right? Well, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way, right? So I'm really not sure what happened to her, because she didn't like what I had to say, because I was telling her to do something different. And then another affiliate phoned to ask for my help, and his income had gone from $60K per month to $7K per month. And, you know, that wouldn't be so bad. Most of us could live on that, right? I would think. I mean, I could live on that. Unfortunately, he had created for himself a $9,000 per month lifestyle, so he too was desperate to make this work for him. You know, can you imagine what that's like, right? It not only affects you, but it affects your family. And not only does it, you might have to go back to work, and lots of affiliate marketers have had to go back to work because they bought into the free and easy trap. So, oh, and other people that it affects the affiliate managers and the merchants and operators of especially small companies. I mean, if you're generating $60K in commissions for that company, say for one company, losing one big affiliate like that could be devastating to them and their families, and so it has this ripple effect. So what went wrong? Well, as Sean Collins put it in a January 2005 article when he was writing about Google's new affiliate policy, the arbitrage players, the guys who send traffic from AdWords directly to their merchants, were punked by Google. What Google wanted to do was, you know, in the sponsored listings, right, along this right-hand side of Google, every ad went to the same place because the affiliates were advertising and the merchants were advertising. And so every time you clicked on an ad, it was going to whatever, Zappos or shoes.com or something like that. You'll find that I talk a lot about shoes. So what they wanted to do was give their users a better experience. And so they decided that there would only be one ad per search query if the URL was shared between the merchant and the affiliate. So with one fell swoop, all those affiliates were gone, or most of those affiliates were gone. And there are ways to do that, but you have to send the traffic to your site first. About a year before that, Google took aim at the keyword density and search engine optimization marketers, right? And then there were AdSense players as well. And basically, these guys contravene the basic principles of in Google's quality guidelines by producing cookie-cutter content based on keyword density formula, and which is designed solely to attract search engine traffic to the site. And here's an example of content, what they call content, from one of these sites. Just imagine clicking on a website, and this is what you get to read. Compare cellular phone plans from the best cell phone companies. These cell phone service plans come with free cellular phones, cashback deals, or exclusive online offers of large rebates. Sign up for a family cell phone plan and save twice the money on your cell phone plan order today. So, geez, I wonder what keyword they were targeting, eh? And that was just the first paragraph. There were 3 more exactly like it. Well, not exactly. And not only that, but they didn't exactly have the intonation that I have. Right? Now, this is taken directly from Google's spam recognition guide for raters. And Google has people that are constantly on the lookout for this kind of, dare I say it, crap on the web, right? And they're looking to delist these people. From Google's spam recognition guide for raters, would this site remain a coherent whole if the pages leading to the affiliate, and they say affiliate, but it should be merchant, were taken away? Remember that. Whenever you're designing a page, if you take the links away, does it still make sense? Right? Is it content? Is it of value? So using those guidelines, when Google's raters looked at these pages, there was no content. It was just trash content, so they got delisted. So, anyway, who's next on Google's hit list? my hope is that it will be the MFA or made for AdSense sites. I mean, how frustrating is it when you click on a sponsored listing and you come to page after page of this stuff, right? And these guys are basically, they're Google's affiliates, right? And they're selling advertising, and there's no content on these sites whatsoever. And however, Google allows this, right? I actually searched on cell phone last week, and 3 of the sponsored listings on the very first page were these made for AdSense sites, right? And it actually became more prevalent as I went through the pages. The more I went through, the more of these things I saw. I mean, Google at some point is going to start valuing their user experience once again, and they're going to have to punk their own affiliates. So the shame of it is not only that they're creating a lot of trash on the web, they're giving affiliate marketing a bad name, but for all intents and purposes, what they've done, right, these affiliates, is created assembly line jobs for themselves, because what they're doing is they're building thousands of bad sites, right? Or they're placing thousands of little ads that go nowhere, right? So where's the fun in that? And not only that, but you've always got to be worried about, is my site going to be delisted tomorrow, right? Am I still going to be making money tomorrow? I've quit my job. My wife has quit her job. My husband's quit his job, right? Is my business secure here? Well, they haven't created a business. There's no business there. So anyway, we're going to talk about how to build a real affiliate marketing business. And and by the way, if anybody's still at this point thinking about going the autopilot route, okay, or has gone the autopilot route and wants to change things up a bit, don't give up hope. There is still hope. You remember that guy that I was telling you about who had made 60 and he went down to 7, but he needed $9,000, right? Well, he called me, and he actually did follow the plan that I laid out for him. Not only is he meeting his financial obligations today in a very big way, he should, if he continues the track that he's been on, be a millionaire by the end of this year. And as a matter of fact, his name is Colin McDougall. He's here in the room, and I think he deserves a big round of applause. So although there's a number of different sites that we as affiliate marketers can build, comparison shopping sites, we can do coupon sites, deal of day sites, whatever. There's so many different things. I usually talk about review sites because that's what I do, and that's really the easiest kind of business for an affiliate marketer to start up, for a solo operator or for a mom and pop type of organization. It doesn't require a lot of fancy software. I'm not into fancy software. So, but in any case, it doesn't matter what you start up. The business principles are still exactly the same. I wanted to go, oh yeah, disregard. Key principle number 1, give people what they want, and they in turn will give you what you want, right? I suspect that's probably money, so that you can buy either, more Benzes or whatever your heart desires. And the second principle is that people buy from people they know, like, and trust. I mean, this has worked in business for years and years and years and years. So you therefore want to build relationships with people through your site, and that are ongoing, so that they will come to trust you and they will come back to buy from you over and over again. So think about the stores at which you like to shop. Why do you go there? You probably go there because it's a comfortable, inviting environment in which you can find stuff that you're looking for, right? It's easy to find stuff that you're looking for. You can do that on your site. They also have friendly, helpful staff who help you make, and they're knowledgeable too, and they help you make product decisions about, or buying decisions about products if you're not sure exactly what it is that you want or whatever it is that you need. I really don't need to mention that we need to be selling quality products at good prices. I mean, there's so much out there. There's affiliate programs out there forever. Find stuff that people want to buy. Find quality products. Just, avoid, as soon as you put crap, dare I say crap again, on your website, you're gonna burn your reputation. Don't do that, right? So we don't need to talk about quality. We don't need to talk about good prices. We do need to talk about building good websites and that have comfortable environments, and that we become the friendly, knowledgeable, and helpful employees or business owners, because this is our business. And by the way, the picture is of my favorite store. It's Holt Renfrew. It's a Canadian establishment, much like Neiman Marcus or Bergdorf Goodman. It was established in 1837. And when I talk about going the extra mile, which we should all be doing as affiliates, these guys really, really go the extra mile. As a matter of fact, in my case, they go an extra 2,000 miles. I live 2,000 miles from my favorite branch of this store. And when they have personal shopping assistants, and when my personal shopping assistant sees an item of something that goes with something that I've already got, she'll phone me and she'll say, you know, this will go with this suit or whatever you have, and would you be interested? And she'll actually put it, you know, she'll ship it UPS to me, let me take a look, and if I don't like it, I just ship it back. Talk about going the extra mile. That's why they've been in business since 1837. So. Okay, let's talk about environment. Fortunately, Sage Arts has come a little way from its ugly beginnings. This actually is a template that I use from boxedart.com. Boxed Art offers templates for, what they do is they sell memberships for $49.95 per year. They've got everything that you could possibly want to put a website together, an HTML website together. And they've got HTML templates, they've got newsletter templates, they've got logos, they've got a music download library, they've got so many different things. And if you don't want to work, these are pretty complicated templates. If you don't want to work with a complicated template, try Dollar Templates or 4templates.com, that's a number 4templates.com, or goldenpinecone.com. She was doing templates that were specific to affiliate marketing, which was great. They were really, really simple to work with. If you do use one of the templates that comes from one of the simpler templates, have a designer design a beautiful and unique header graphic for your site. It might cost you $50, it might cost you less, it might cost you $100, but whatever. Make it unique, make it stand out. That's what you want to do as an affiliate. You want to stand out. Another site building option is to find examples of sites that you really like, and then find a designer who will put something like that together for you, and go to Elance again. And by the way, Elance is a fantastic place to go and search for business ideas. I typed in the word affiliate there last week, and I came up with some interesting little things. Project bids or projects with titles like websites for reviews of affiliate programs, a comparison shopping website, and a financial comparison website. And actually, if you go in there, you don't even have to type in the word affiliate. Just go through there, and you'll get all sorts of ideas for what people are doing and how they're doing it. Not only that, but you'll see what the prices are like for having software installed on your site. If you're not a techno geek, I use them a lot. They're great. Now, your site's objective needs to be immediately apparent. And you can do that by having a graphic image, right? I show on the homepage of sagearts.com a man and a woman together, obviously enjoying a good time, sharing a laugh or something like that. I also use graphic images on landing pages throughout the site. Like I've got the site is categorized, and it's, I don't know whether you can see it there. No, you can't, and so I'm going to be lying in the next section when I talk about keeping the categories above the fold, but whatever. When a man lands on my foreign brides page, right, that advertises foreign tours and stuff like that, there's a picture of a lovely Slavic-looking woman with whom he would probably like to share a good time, right? You definitely want to have a slogan or a tagline that states what the site is about. And of course, I had to explain my domain name, sagearts.com, so I said smart online dating for savvy singles. You probably won't have to explain it, or you can probably add to the idea of your domain name by having a slogan or a tagline. going back to site, I mentioned site navigation. You don't want to have the long list of 200 different categories on your homepage, right? Try to limit it to 10 or 15 that are kept above the fold. And I've got a, I do have that. Mine's kind of above, I haven't included it in this graphic here. And I think I've got maybe 12 or 15 or something like that. So for example, if you've got a site about dogs, and you're selling collars and leads, that would be the category on the home page. And then you would click on that link and you would go to a secondary or subcategory that would have muzzles and retractable leads and training leads and all the different types of leads and leashes. And then each one of those would click to an individual product page or to a product review or whatever. You might have 3 different retractable leads that you're going to recommend. Plan your categories and subcategories thoroughly before you ever start your site. Sit down with a piece of paper and move stuff around or whatever, because it gives you the overall picture of what the site is going to be about. And it just makes it easier and faster for you to work. So once you've got this categorization and the navigation should be the same on every page, in case I forgot to mention that. Once they're comfortable navigating your site and they're thinking about making a purchase, you need them to be comfortable with you. And one of the ways to do that is to have an About Us page. And I see a lot of affiliates just don't ever put their name on anything, let alone their picture. You want people to get really comfortable with you, stick your mugshot up there, trust me, because they'll trust you, really. Another thing is a contact form. Or even an email. I don't like using straight email links, but have a contact form on your site. And don't worry about having to answer visitors' questions all day long, because it's not going to happen. Just knowing that contact form is there and that people can get in touch with you will probably quell any doubts that your visitors may have about doing business with you. I've been talking about HTML a lot, but there are if you get a web hosting service with a cPanel interface, installing things like content management systems and blogs is so easy. This is actually the installation page for Drupal, which is a content management system. You don't have to do uploading and downloading and all of that stuff. Install a content management system, get somebody to work a template for you, and just you'll be doing everything online. You've got just bold your things, italicize your things, put in H1 headers or whatever, but it gets really, really simple if you're using an online content management system. And see how easy this is? It's basically 3 entry form blanks. Well, you would start with the Fantastico button, hit that, you get to this page, 3 entry form blanks, and install Drupal, and seriously, it's there. Installing a WordPress blog is just as easy. I mean, you can do it in under a minute. It's just ridiculously simple. And speaking about blogging, here is an example of a blogger who has become extraordinarily successful as an affiliate marketer. And it's Manolo's shoe blog at shoeblogs.com. I seriously suggest that you go and check this site out. This was his Happy 4th of July message. And what you see here is a pair of Stuart Weitzman USA flag shoes. They're available through Zappos, which is a cj.com merchant. And he just, one little line, he stuck those up there. It's linked through to Zappos, and this guy, he rakes it in hand over fist. Of course, he doesn't always just do one-line blog entries, right? He blogs regularly. He always does, or he usually does a whole lot more than this. And, well, actually, the title of this slide should be Content, 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 all in caps, because that was what an affiliate manager said on my forum the other day. Content, content, content. That's what affiliates are missing. They're not including the content. And when affiliate managers notice it, boy, oh boy, you know that it's that we're just not doing a good enough job of putting content on our websites to engage our visitors and inform our visitors and to be helpful to our visitor about the products that we want them to purchase. So And not only that, but the more content that you have, the more free search engine traffic you're going to attract. So there's basically two types of content: product reviews and informative articles about your site's topic. And the need to produce quantities of quality content is probably the best argument for starting a site on a topic about which you are passionate, because you're going to be writing. You don't have to write, we'll talk about that later, but you're going to be producing content on this topic for hopefully years and years and years to come. So if it's something that you're interested in, so much the better. And I take a drink. And if you think you can't write, or if you hate to write, once again, elance.com is, go there. They've got writers for hire all over the place. And most of them will post samples of their work. Review those, before you hire anybody, review those samples and examples thoroughly. You want somebody who's going to write in a manner, in a tone that conveys the kind of message that you want to convey. And one thing, when you're posting project bids at Elance for ghostwriters, by all means, mention specific keywords that you want these articles to be written to, but do not, avoid, under all circumstances, specifying a keyword density formula, because you are going to end up getting your sites delisted by Google. So no keyword density formula. What we want to do is convey real information. Trust me, Google loves sites where people are just talking like people do. People write like people do. So that's the type of writer that you're looking for. And whether you're looking for, or whether you write your own articles or not, or you hire a ghostwriter, coming up with ideas for new content is sometimes difficult. So look around the web, look at Amazon, look at whatever. And what I do is I keep a list on an Excel spreadsheet, right? I'll go into Article City or easyinarticles.com, which are article directories, and I'll just grab, cut and paste titles from these articles. None of the content, just the titles. And I'll put them in the Excel spreadsheet, and I'll keep them for a day when I can't think of anything, and I'll look and I'll go, okay, oh, that sounds like a good topic, right? Now, of course, when you write the article, change the title. You know, that would be helpful. And merchants and affiliate managers can really, really help affiliates out with content production. In addition to sending out those nicely coded banners and links, which we all really like when they're coded for us especially, help us with content ideas. I mean, if it's, like spring in the city or something like that, just get my mind going, right? Just love is in the air or something like that, whatever. Some affiliate managers are sending out press releases to their affiliates for use as content on their site. If you're an affiliate, I would suggest not using all of them that get sent out, but if it's really applicable to your site, absolutely, by all means, it might be worth just throwing there up on your blog. A dating service with which I'm affiliated has just formatted a series of personal ads, and what they've done is they formatted it into blog content, and so you just put it up there and away you go. Don't use all of them, use a couple of them. Don't use them all, like 6 days in a row, spread them out or something like that. You can teach your affiliates how to incorporate an RSS feed. I mean, think about it. We want fresh content. Not many affiliate managers actually have, or I should say not many merchants have affiliate instruction areas, and it would be like how to incorporate an RSS feed, how to stick a link in your site, how to do this, how to do that, whatever. Just provide training for your new affiliates. Not everybody knows where to go right from the beginning. If you provide sales copy to your affiliates for use, please give us permission without us having to ask to change that copy, if that's okay by you, because I like to rewrite copy. I don't want to have a whole lot of duplicate content on my site that every other affiliate in the world is using. All that said about ghostwriters and finding using other people's content and stuff, it's still best to write your own content. If you want your site to be remembered and revisited, what you really need to do is become the product of your site. You're going to be promoting a whole bunch of different brand names, right? You want to brand yourself as an affiliate, as an entity on the web. You've got to become the product. And branding is something that Manolo, the shoe blogger, has done really well. I mean, well, it helps that he shares a name with one of the most famous shoe designers in the world, Manolo Blahnik. But the fact that Manolo's shoe blog comes right to the top means that he's done something right. And not only that, but his old blog is at the number 4 position. And then I think you see something about Manolo Blahnik, further down the page. So it's really quite extraordinary. And the reason he's done so well is because he's entertaining, he's witty, he really likes what he does. He's got character and charisma, what can I say? He's created his own popular brand as Manolo, the shoe blogger. Here's an example actually from one of his posts. He had reposted a portion of an article from ABC News about Jen Mosher. This is Jen Mosher. She owns 9 pairs of Crocs. I don't know whether everybody knows what a Croc is, right? They're the plastic things, plastic shoes that are so popular. Anyway, the comment in the article was she cleans them in by throwing them in the dishwasher. And so, yeah, here's Manolo's commentary on the article. And he calls himself the Manolo. Remind the Manolo not to have dinner at this person's house. It has now become clear that despite the best efforts of the Manolo, once again, the nation, it is sinking into the slough of bad shoes. And just when the curse of the Uggs had abated, for anybody who doesn't know what Uggs are, they were really ugly boots. The Manolo must reiterate at this point that the Crocs, they are suitable only if you are less than 10 years of age, the point at which vividly colorful plastic things are cute, right? He's funny. He's great. All of his content is wonderful. It makes for enjoyable reading, and yeah, I buy shoes, so it's all good. Take a clue from the Manolo. Be whatever you want to be whoever you want to be funny, witty, opinionated, controversial, curmudgeonly if you want to be, but just be unique, right? Be unique, right? Just say what you want to say. Okay, so we built a great looking site. We've become an expert at what we're doing. We've got those quality products on our site. There's one thing missing here, and who can tell me what that is? Traffic. Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's one other thing. Colin, you know this. What is it? What were you missing? Pardon me? Yeah. How about that? You were glad you listened. Listened. It's all about basically without a list, you don't need a site. Without a list, your site is basically nothing. Earlier I mentioned the woman who had gone from $40K a month to $800 a month, right? And she was crying. To make 40K, right, on this site, she would have had to have had boatloads of traffic coming through her site, right? She wasn't building a list. She hadn't captured one single name. Not one single name, not one single email address from anybody who had come through that site. I could have cried. It was just like, well, no wonder. Just a terrible waste of good traffic. And when I do telephone consultations with new affiliate marketers or whatever, and they're wondering, how they can do things better, or they're wondering kind of what's going wrong, the very first thing I look for is that entry blank, the email capture form. Is it there or is it not there? If it's not there, I know what's going wrong. They haven't set up a way to bring anybody back to their site. And usually the excuse is, it's too much work. Well, if you're blogging every day or every second day, if you've got articles on your site, if you're looking for content, if you're interested in your topic, there is no reason why you can't go into an Aweber autoresponder or whatever, whoever's servicing whichever autoresponder you've got. There's no reason why you can't repurpose some of that content from an article, a paragraph or two, and throw that in your autoresponder and press send. with of course your link at the bottom of the page, right? Please come back to the site. I've got new information. I've got new products. I've got a deal for you. I've got whatever. But bring them back to your site. That's the only way you're going to bring them back to your site. And think about this. If somebody throws your server, right, or your web host server out the window tonight, right, and all of a sudden Google AdWords and Yahoo Search Marketing and all the pay-per-click search engines go for a dump tomorrow for a couple of days, you go back to Aweber, you send all these folks a message, right? I got a deal, and they can still buy from you, because then you would just put in the merchant's link in that email, provided, of course, that that's permitted by the merchant. So, gotta have a list. There's no way around it. You gotta have a list. And so we were talking about. Okay, now we've got the great looking site, the list. We're experts. We're blogging every day. Talked about going the extra mile and how Holt Renfrew went the extra 2,000 miles. Well, you don't have to go quite that far. Basically, if you install a poll and survey on your site, it's a great way to bring traffic back to your site, especially if you do it in an entertaining way. Ask entertaining questions. And then publish it in your newsletter the next week. Publish the results of that along with the way you interpret what the results of that survey were. Just send that out to your folks and say, you know, so many people actually did go out and buy Crocs last week. What were they thinking? You know, and send them, you know, send them to back to the Crocs site, because maybe some more people want to buy that. Oh, by the way, as much as Manolo disparaged those Crocs, he had a link to them at Zappos within that article, right? Smart boy. Another thing you can do is add a forum. It creates community. Get in there and discuss things, answer questions that your users may have or your visitors may have. The only thing I caution you about when you start a forum is make sure that you disable HTML within the posts, or otherwise you're going to be losing traffic to somebody else's site for free, and you don't want to do that. I mean, let people post their websites within their signature line, but other than that, you don't want to lose anything else within the site itself. Once again, surveys, polls, and forums are push-button installation if you've got a server with a cPanel interface. Give a teleseminar. Answer your visit. You know, that's something I don't see very many affiliates doing. Just find out, first of all, by doing that poll or survey, what your visitors want to know more about. And then find an expert, or be the expert, or, you know, the author of your favorite book, or even a merchant. Contact the merchant and say, listen, people are a little confused about this product, or they want to know more about this product. Would you be willing to get on the line with me for half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, or something like that on Tuesday night at 7 o'clock and talk about it, right? And they'd probably be more than happy to do that for you. And freeconference.com, as the name implies, will offer free conference services. Your participants will be paying for the call, but other than that, I mean, it's free to you, and you're going to be breaking it in. Video is hot these days, and people like to watch. They would much rather watch than read. So if you can show them how to do anything that's relevant to your site by uploading a piece of video to your website, that's a good thing. That's a great marketing tactic. I tried to do it with a hanging moss basket, but I tell you, we did 2 takes, and I just couldn't get it right. It was just awful. So it's not on the site. So you're talking about driving traffic. Let's see here. Free, low-cost, and paid marketing channels. I don't have to spend a lot of time on this. Pay-per-click advertising, right? Don't go the one marketing channel route, right? Like, do not concentrate your efforts solely on search engine marketing. You're going to be waiting forever to get traffic to your site. When it comes, people might not want to buy at that point. Who knows? With the beautiful thing about pay-per-click search engines is that the moment that your site is ready for visitors, you can send traffic to your site and find out how it's converting, right? You can do that today. Send 500 visitors, send 200 visitors, whatever. Check the conversion rates, and then if it's not what you want it, if it's not what you want it to be, if you're not making a profit or whatever, stop the campaign. Just turn it off, and try it again. Make the tweaks and go back and do it again. Right? You just want to keep persisting at what you're doing. Another thing that you can do is become a helpful expert on somebody else's forum, or make helpful blog, or comment on somebody else's blog. And don't go to your competitors for this. Go to a relevant website, a non-competing webmaster's website. Be really helpful, and the way you get traffic back to your site is by you'll post the link to your homepage within your signature line on those comments and in those forum postings. And last but not least, with all the articles and blog postings that you've done, use your material, or even create new material and submit it to the article directories. Article City, Easing Articles, there's scores of these. There's a few that are really worthwhile to go to, and I can't give you really a list of them at the moment. Those two are probably two of the best. Post some of your content there for use by other webmasters. And the way that brings traffic back to your site is once they put it on their site, the link to your website will be in the author's resource box. Now, one way to grow your list even faster is to do a name squeeze. And what you might want to do here is take some of your content, bundle it up into a special report. 12 simple rules for dating Russian women, right? Well, you know, the guy that landed on that page is obviously looking for is obviously looking for some information about dating Russian women. Maybe he wants to take one of these foreign bride tours. Who knows, right? He's probably going to stick his name and address in there, and the beauty about that is that you can send him every time you get a special on the, if there's a discounted tour available, there's a tour coming up in 30 days or something like that, there's still room left on it, and your merchants let you know, you can let him know, right? Remind him that you're there, and remind him of what he was interested in, and maybe remind him of what he's missing. Who knows? Grow your income. Would you like fries with that? Refers to the practice of cross-selling. You've probably seen Amazon do this. They'll list a list of similar books to the one that you're looking at, right? That's cross-selling. Another thing that they'll do is other people who bought the same book also that you did are also bought this book, so they'll make that recommendation. You can do that as an affiliate. If you've got 3 whatever types of leads, let's go back to the dog site again. If you've got 3 types of different leashes on one page, what you might want to do is have a related items section at the bottom of that page, and you know, suggest the muzzle, suggest something, whatever might go with, you know, the training leash. I don't know, the treats probably to make the dog go. And then of course there's supersizing like McDonald's does, right? Suggest a more expensive item in the related items section, right? Try to get them. We really liked product A, but it had maybe, you know, 1 or 2 limitations. And if you're looking, if you wanted a slightly better, slightly more expensive product, this is the one that we would recommend. You can do that. You can do that as an affiliate. It's not just a merchant trick. Dear Mr. Ms. Merchant, you know what? If you're sending your merchants a lot of traffic, a lot of really good converting traffic, don't be afraid to ask for a raise. Seriously, if your EPCs might actually be higher than theirs, you're probably helping them drive their EPCs up if your traffic is really that good. Remind them of that. Tell them about that. In the email that you send when you say, you know, may I please have a raise, show them your stats, remind them about who you are, and then ask. I mean, really, all they can say is no, and at that point I'd make sure that I had another merchant in my back pocket to maybe try out. Let's put it that way, and just try them out for a while, and maybe the first merchant will miss your traffic. Maybe they'll come back to you and make you a better offer, who knows. And play it again, Sam. Once your first site and your I can't even say it, I've only been doing it for 8 years. PPC advertising campaign are all in place, right? It's humming along and everything else. Maybe it's time to start another site on a different topic, because now you know all the steps, right? You've got this down, you're cool with it. Maybe it's time to start another site and start making some more money. Manolo has done this. He's got Manolo's food blog. He's got Manolo for the brides. He's got Manolo for the men. And the interesting, well, actually, he's got a number of other ones as well. Basement of the bargains, cravats worth wearing, And those 2 he writes for, but the other 3 that I mentioned, he's hired bloggers to do those, right? And he's making money. I don't know how he's splitting the commissions. I've never spoken with him. He must be splitting the commissions with them. What a great thing to do, right? You give them the formula. Give them the formula. Have them research your site and find out how they write, and you know, you're just building your empire slowly but surely. And that's the trick, I think, is natural. Bring in your traffic naturally. Just organic traffic. I get about half of my traffic from the search engines, the other half from pay-per-click. And when I say search engines, I do mean natural traffic like blogging and forums and all of that stuff. You can build it out. Okay, so let's recap. We've got a good liking site. We've got an About Us page. We've got a contact form. I didn't talk about privacy statements and disclaimers. You definitely need to have those on your site. As an affiliate, I see so many affiliate sites without them. In many cases, it's a requirement. Your merchant will actually require that you have a privacy statement on your site. Informative articles, product endorsements, your list, the whole 9 yards. And, you know, although building a site like that might seem like an awful lot of work, in actuality, it's no more work. It's no more work than what the Ben's to Beater affiliates were doing, seriously. And not only that, but when you get the infrastructure in place, you're going to end up doing a blog a day, maybe 2 blogs a day, depending on how many sites you have. And after that, basically, well, Onyx Single from affiliateclassroom.com doesn't call me Ms. Vacation for nothing. He can never get in touch with me because I'm never home, right? That it becomes very easy. You're not placing thousands of ads. You're not having to do the same thing over and over and over again. You've built a business. You can now take a vacation, a very well-deserved vacation. Anyway, my hope for you is that rather than opting for, you know, an affiliate job, that you're going to join us in the Ben's to Ben's or the Fleet O' Ben's group, affiliate group. Anyway, and you know what? You'll sleep better at night too if you have a real sustainable business. So thank you very much for your time and for listening. I think we've got maybe 1 or 2, or time for 1 or 2 questions. Yes?
Do you have anyone hired? I mean, do you have staff people, or you pretty much do your own work?
I do all of my own work, and I do all of my own writing. I do have a virtual assistant, and but he handles basically the merchant side of my or my book, basically. Oh goodness, I guess I should mention that, eh? This is me. I wrote a book called The Super Affiliate Handbook: How I Made $436,797 in 1 year selling other people's stuff online. And it's available at superaffiliatehandbook.com, and that's as much of a promo as I'm allowed. But he handles, if people have trouble downloading the book, that's about it. That's about all he does. But everything else I do as an affiliate, I do myself. Yes?
Do you recommend integrating a WordPress type of blog onto a site, or doing a separate blog having a link to your site?
I think that your blog and anything to do with your business should reside on your domain. You know, don't go to blogger.com to start. Well, you can. I mean, if you just want to check out how a blog works, set up a blogger.com blog. You know, just play with it for a bit. But absolutely, and I love WordPress. It's so easy. It's just great, and it's so easy to install. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Oh, one more question. Okay.
What's your favorite PPC?
My favorite PPC arena, well, I'm kind of stuck on Yahoo Search Marketing and Google AdWords. I mean, they're great. It's tons of traffic, and I definitely dollar cost average across a number of different PPC engines. But yeah, go where the traffic is, right? Yeah. All right. Thanks again so much.